The campaign's actions are a collection of both newly established proposals and already instated programs and events by the Met Cloisters. We deem some of these necessary to use in accompaniment of our efforts in order to reach our campaign's goal. The actions will increase and aid in achieving a 10% increase in total annual visits to the Met Cloisters. All actions carried throughout our campaign efforts will be tied into social media to boost awareness and generate a larger outreach. The campaign action efforts have been divided based on the specific demographic they aim to reach. These categories involve young people, families, retirees, and then all demographics, which umbrella students, tourists, and religious groups. Additionally, 2 fundraisers shall be implemented in an attempt to exponentially increase our overall campaign budget. These fundraisers will be our Fall Fundraiser Gala and our Spring Garden Fundraiser Gala. With these, we aim to raise funds for the institutional educational programs, events, and community outreach programs. Both of these events will host museum members as well as New York High Rollers and the selected press in a medieval-themed evening. And the first one will be in the great halls of the museum. The second will be hosted in the gardens. In both of these events, guests in attendance will enjoy a night of drinks, hors d'oeuvres, and entertainments that will highlight the importance of arts and the youth's involvement in them. For both of these events, guests in attendance will be encouraged to make use of their social media in order to gain traction for the Met Cloisters' future endeavors. Guests will be encouraged to tag the Instagram account as well as use the geotag and the selected hashtags for the events. For both of these fundraisers, transportation will be provided, and it will include a set of various shuttles that will leave from our location on 5th Avenue and will come back and drop all the guests off at the 5th Avenue location as well. For the Met Cloisters leaves the medieval ages behind and joins Instagram Bash. We will host a party that will be an attempt to gain a younger crowd as the museum's public and gain awareness through social media. The museum will attempt to unite the classic with the modern in a party like no other. For the event, prominent street artists will be invited to attend the event, and they will create live graffiti reinterpretations based on one of the pieces at the museum. These pieces will be later auctioned at the museum's fundraiser. The event will attempt to convey inclusion amongst the art community, specifically younger generations, and aim to remove that stuffy stigma that some may associate with medieval art. The event is to be hosted by our new spokesperson, supermodel Carly Kloss. Drinks and hors d'oeuvres are to be served, as well as dance beats by guest performer DJ Mode and Waves. Guests will be a lengthy list of young museum members, young social media influencers, fashion, entertainment, and art influencers, socialites with an interest in arts and philanthropy, and overall young luminaries of the time and the selected press. For our Oktoberfest event, our museum will host a garden night with the Oktoberfest theme in mind. A lot of selected vendors and beer tastings will occur, as well as food and live music. This event will be also hosted by spokesperson Carly Kloss, and for this event, transportation will be provided. For the garden wine and beer night, we aim to reach an older demographic, and this event is very similar to the Oktoberfest event, except for it's more of a picnic setting. And live music, wine, mead, and beer shall be provided. This event will be hosted by our other set of spokespeople, Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. For this event, transportation will be provided as well. For the Tea Talks, we aim to reach all of our retirees. This event will take place both in our fall and spring season, as well as some in the off-peak seasons. And these will aim to reach an older demographic from like the 45 to 50s, plus all the actual retirees. And it will host various talks with the accompaniment of a round table style tea setting where all of our attendees will be able to join in and learn from the various discussions that will be set up. For this event, transportation will not be provided. For the Day of the Dead, we will aim to include all of the neighboring communities and religious groups, as well as regular museum attendees, and we will just celebrate Dia de los Muertos as it is supposed, with altar settings, live music, drinks, and eats. For the Easter egg hunt, we will host a public egg hunt for families around the area, as well as a picnic. And families will be in attendance, will just be there to spend the day and learn some of the medieval traditions that were also set up in the time. For jousting of the Saracens in the cloisters, we will be celebrating the ancient game of chivalry that dates back to the medieval ages. In commemoration to the Saracen joust, the museum shall stage its very own reenactment of the joust set in medieval times. The gardens will transport families in attendance to a different time period, a period of knights and jousting. Families in attendance are encouraged to dress up and join all of the festivities that will include food, drinks, and activities. For this event, transportation will be provided. For the Winter Gala, the event will not be necessarily coordinated by our team since it's already been established, but we thought it was deemed necessary to be put down here. All of the funds raised for this gala will aim to simply keep all of the previously established programs going, and we will not aim to use any of them, for they are for that specific reason. The family workshops in Spanish, story time, sights and sounds, family day at the cloisters, and sights and scents have already been established. They include different workshops and special disabilities events such as Sights and Sounds. What Sights and Sounds aims to do is to reach children on the spectrum and allows them to learn about the museum using different methods. The Sights and Scents is a variation of this, and it is for older people that are suffering of Alzheimer's, and they discover the event with different mediums such as sights and scents. So these are all of the selected actions that we use to basically reach the campaign's overall objectives.